Most of the people I'm friends with are involved in sports, and consequently, a lot of them have told me that the one thing that's holding them back in their sport is a poor diet. And they tell me that they want to start eating healthier. I usually respond by telling them that this is amazing because recognizing that you want to start eating healthier is the first step to actually taking action. I then ask them what's holding them back from actually taking action. And most of the time, they tell me that they just simply crave whatever it is they're eating. Whether it's having hot Cheetos every day at lunch or having a fruit roll up after practice, they all have the same problem. And that is that they form these bad habits of eating junk food during the day. And I used to have the same problem too. I used to have junk like chips and chocolate milk every day for lunch. And because of this, I was that weak, chubby kid that wasn't great at sports and didn't look that great. So, if this sounds like you, listen up, because in this video, I'm going to tell you the guaranteed way to improving your diet. The single most important thing to eating healthier is to, oh, sorry. The single most important thing to eating healthier is to be consistent. Everything regarding your health, whether it's how you look or how you perform, depend on what you do on a regular basis. And an example of this, if you eat healthy for, let's say, 1 or 2 days, you eat super healthy. But on most of the other days, you eat a bunch of junk like chips and soda and all that crap. You're not going to make much progress. On the contrary, if you eat something bad like have a slice of cake for your mom's birthday, but you eat healthy all of the other days, you're still going to make consistent progress because you're consistently eating healthy. So, of course, it's easy for me to just tell you to start eating healthy most days. But in reality, this is much harder said than done because you already have these bad habits of eating junk like chips and like whatever it is, like a bunch of processed snacks for lunch or something. And habits actually play a huge role in this. And you may notice that I talk about habits a lot on this channel. And that's because I use habits every day in my life. Because you want to think of habits as a tool that you can use to effortlessly do the things that you want to start doing. Whether it's doing your homework, working out, or managing your diet. When I used to have chips every day for lunch, that was a bad habit that I formed. Nowadays, when I have a side of vegetables instead of some of the other unhealthier options, that's another habit that I formed. Because you usually have the same things every day for lunch or dinner. Maybe not dinner. I would say breakfast and lunch. You usually have the same things, right? I know I do. So, when you form the habit of eating healthier foods for those meals, you don't crave the unhealthier stuff as much. So it's much easier to so-called eat healthier. So the way to actually form a habit is to just slowly progress into it. Just start tweaking little things in your diet that'll make you eat healthier. So maybe right now, if you have a sandwich and a bag of Sun Chips for lunch, maybe just cut down on the Sun Chips and have the sandwich instead. Or maybe some days have the Sun Chips, like Every other day, have the Sun Chips. The other days, just cut out on the Sun Chips. Excuse me. Eventually, you're just going to get to the point where you're not craving those chips as much, and you're just content with eating the sandwich. And the fact is, you will actually make much more progress if you slowly progress into eating the healthy foods that you want, instead of just rapidly changing everything you eat. So, I want you to remember, you want to eat healthy on most days. But if it's a special occasion, like your mom's birthday, don't beat yourself for having that piece of cake. Happy birthday, Mom.